working and that everything is going smoothly. You can see me, hear me. At least I hope this is working. And today I am again going solo because I still have holidays, so you can actually follow me for a little time. And we are again going to work with some readings, but also sharing again some more experience. And today I wanted to actually talk about spirits because I'm often working with spirits, with many spirits, and the spirits are always surrounding me, always helping me. And I know that for some of you it's quite a new thing, and you are actually surprised when you are taught to work with spirits. So how do I know that the spirits are actually real and not in my mind? That is the most common question with that. Well, after so much time, I can actually feel their energy around me. I can see them, I can feel them, I can feel their touch even at this point. So yes, I do know when they are standing next to me and how much energy they are projecting. So yes, trust me, they are real. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this sort of an experience. Your mind can't create a huge amount of energy literally touching you in the same moment. This is not something your body can actually create, especially when the energy is coming from outside. So yes, they are real and you can be actually working with them. Why would they want to actually help us? Hello, Punchy Drinker. If you want a free reading, I am just starting. You have one free, and hello Stargazer, you have one free question if you are following us, and I will be just doing it instantly because right now I was simply talking about my experience with spirits. So they are usually helping me, they are helping many people, and they can be helping with anything. Usually I am working with my spirit guides. They are mostly demons for me, but I am working also with the angels and the other kinds of spirits. And no, they are not very brutal and they can be very friendly. So it depends on the way you are actually working with them. So as I mentioned, if you want a free reading, please follow me and tell me that you follow me because I can't see that on the screen usually. Well, I am trying, but I'm not sure if that works. And if you follow me, then simply type the command to join. I am trying to send the correct comments in general. Okay. Okay, now it should be working. My mobile is annoyed a little bit. But okay, you can simply follow me and then you're getting a free question for your reading. And if not, you're of course welcome to stay and simply being here. It's okay, no one is going to tell you to not be. Usually, actually, Panjunka, you need to go to the Anki Star account and then click following. This is the way to actually follow us. And I am currently the only reader. My name is Ures, and I am simply doing the readings right now because I'm today having solo readings. But I am preparing my readings. And what about the spirits? Back to the topic of the spirits. Why they would want to help us? Well, some of spirits are simply wanting to work with humans because they think that we need their help. Other spirits want simply help specific humans because they feel connected to those humans or they interacted with them in other lifetimes and things like that. So this is usually why they want to work with specific people and not everyone around. And yes, this also happened to me several times that some spirits simply wanted to work with me only. And usually the spirits want to simply help because we need their help and it will be easier for us if they guide us. And two, because working with humans give them also some positive karma, but this is also giving them some sort of positive energy in general. And the fact that we are actually working with them is giving them some sort of empower. So this is the main reason why they want to work with humans and with anyone, because it's not only they are guiding humanity, but they are guiding also on other places where life is. So they can simply guide you and help you. But okay, Drinker, did you follow? To look. I think you did. Okay, Drinker, I will look for your question in a moment. And Stargazer, where today I am just the solo reader. So we are usually three of us, and we are usually making the readings either together or yesterday it was me and Anki. On Saturday will be three of us. Sometimes Anki is alone, sometimes Fayoti is alone. But today my name is Urians. I am alone here. And my name, as I mentioned, my name is Urians, and I am going to do your readings if you want, of course. You can read in the bio about me. You can also find the bio on About Us page here on the Twitch. And Punch Drinker, do I need help? Okay, let's see if you need help. Okay, my cards are slowly relaxing. I'm just gonna do that. Don't worry, I am gonna do it, and it's gonna be alright. I have some more cards which you might not see on the screen, but they are all around me, so we can go ahead with them. Okay, so if you need help, well, some sort of help, I would say yes. The first card here is a first house. These are messages. And the messages usually shows us that we are getting some sort of information, we are getting messages, we are getting whatever we need to do. And that's very positive card for your question, because you know what you are supposed to do, you're following the messages. But the second card here is a void cause of the moon, missing. So you are missing something. Even if you're getting the messages, you are missing something, and this something appears to be quite important because this card is appearing. When this card is appearing, it's usually because something missing is very, very important, and you might need to actually deal with it and find this missing piece of your messages, because something might be not understood correctly, other things might be simply something we don't want to hear sometimes, or sometimes we just ignore it at some point. And the last card from the Black Moon deck is Moon Soul. So this something is actually about yourself, about your behavior, your soul, the way you are behaving, and the way you're interacting with other people. So all these messages and this missing piece is about you in general, not about the others, not about how to deal with the others. It is about you, about what is inside of your soul and what your soul is actually trying to manifest in this way. So yes, my answer would be yes, you might need some assistance. And from the emotional deck, the hand of card, taking risks. So if you get the messages correctly, you're going to get some sort of a risk, and that risk might not end up correctly, because there is another card which is literally saying heartbroken. So if you want to avoid that, because the last one is again missing, making new memories and nostalgia. So if you don't want that happen, because right now it feels like you're slowly letting it happen, you're slowly letting yourself being heartbroken. You took the risk, it didn't work correctly, and right now we are just looking at these memories and trying to actually fix things. But yes, you will need help for that. And the last card, which is actually going to help you understand how you can actually get help, is the Soul Truth card. And this is saying, what else could this mean? So this is your card, and the your card is literally saying, there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at the situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask what else this could mean. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk into the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If this doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is your life happening to me right now? So right now, you're simply trying to achieve this. You're trying to fix things. You're trying to deal with them. But as I mentioned, you're simply needing actually some sort of help if you want to actually deal with the situation. It appears like you might be having some sort of a pattern which you are missing and not trying to ignore. But yes, you will need help to actually see it and deal with it. So I hope that helped you. And let me know um, if you have any questions for that reading. That might be very helpful. So stargazer, as I mentioned, you can simply try follow us and get the reading from me if you want. And yes, punch drinker, it can be rough, but I was doing some readings separately in another streams for 2020, and in general, this year is going to manifest much of the positive changes, even if they are going to be harsh at some point. But yes, they are gonna be positive changes. Do you mind me asking if you what is your zodiac, punch drinker? I was doing some readings for the zodiacs. And stargazer, please follow us first, and then I will be doing your question. Pieces, okay. I didn't do the rings for pieces. I was actually going for. Okay. Okay, then thank you for telling me, and let me just look for first thing about pieces. Yes. The pieces card for 2020 is blessings. So whatever is going to happen, Punch Drinker, this is gonna be some sort of a blessing for your zodiac in general. So don't be afraid to step up, getting your help. Everything is actually going to work. No, it's okay, Sergey. Okay, I am just gonna go with you. Okay, just give me a second, please. I am just taking my cat off my tree. I am sorry, but I am having a little cat in home, and he's trying to help me on his way with the readings, but usually it means that he's messing up with my reading. And right now he decided to mess up with my drink. But okay, let me look for a question how we can deal with that. So don't worry, we'll get your answer in a second. I'm just shuffling the cards. And the last card for today. Okay, so Stargazer. When I am looking at my tarot cards, it's more like there is so much of negative energy between you two. And it started by something very little. It's actually feeling like it started not even in this lifetime at some point. Because I am also getting something about the karma in general. When I am reading your question, I am literally feeling the karma here. And there is much of changes happening for both of you, but you're more connected with some sort of an energy like the empath and the narcissist paradigm. Literally, there's this emotional card here is a girl with a snake, which is literally saying being charmed or used, enable boundaries. The second card from this reading is like karmic relationship, and the last one is the chaser. So with these cards here, I would say that she is trying at some point using you, and at least I believe this is she. This is the name, what the name is climbing at least, using you and trying to break your boundaries because there is some sort of karma between you two. And once this karma will be finished, then there will be some sort of an running and chasing around. And there is also some sort of a fear in this relation. In general, the fear here comes from feeling abandoned, at least for the chaser. But it's like the person wants to be around you and don't want to be around you at the same time. Like there is so much energy which is unstable between both of you. And the same is appearing in my cards. It's like the energy here is like making something negative, then trying to hide, and then trying to again follow somebody and to make some sort of a gain from that, like this way. And when I am asking my karmic cards, there is literally saying, what makes you feel secure, your home base or family, your support. So you might not be able to actually deal with her alone. You might be needing to understand this karmic relation between both of you at some point from the other perspective too. But when I am looking for the healing cards, I am getting kindness. So I know that it sounds stupid at this point, but you need to kill it with the kindness. And I know that sounds like something you cannot probably do because of this negative energy and so on, but you should remember that the kindness and the positive energy is having higher vibration than the negative ones, curses, and something like that. If you want to break the curse, you are breaking it with light energy because light is more powerful than the dark at this point for this in the way of vibrations, of course. So you might be actually shifting your vibration. If you feel like she's annoying or making some mess, or as you said, you want to be done with her bullshit, uh, you need to actually show her kindness at some point. That you understand why she's doing it in the first place and what happened to her. You understand her, you're kind to her, and instead of being like annoyed about her, you're simply showing her love and kindness. Usually these people can't stand up for this sort of an energy because they don't resonate with their energy, and either they will be kicked out of you or they don't want to be around. Because when somebody is very dark, I know this from my own experience, if somebody is really dark, when you are showing them light, they will run away, and they will run away because it hurts. It's not hurting because it's physical pain, but it's hurting because they don't expect of being shown love at this point, and usually they are actually having problems to accept this love, that they can be accepted, they can be loved. And usually this light energy also vibrates much higher than the negative one, and at some point they wouldn't be able to reach to you because you will be surrounded with so much positive energy and higher vibrations and you will be also higher in vibration than them. And you can only do that as long as your energy is vibrating on the same way as them. If they don't follow you, it means your vibrations are not connected together. So you're simply staying positive, staying more connected with the kindness and this energy of the kindness here, to understand and to being kind, but do not accept, set your boundaries, do not accept any sort of breaking of them, protect yourself, but on the same time be kind and understanding. And this will usually make them leave you alone at some point. And the last card here, the soul truth, is asking, on whom am I placing the blame right now? So you need to understand it from their perspective. A person who blames others has now not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. A person who blames no one has finished their lesson. And the sole action here is, take responsibility on whom you are placing blame right now. Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood, blame, and resistance. They don't belong where you are going. Only love and courage lies there. Make a choice to do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart, you will be fed. So again, you need to understand their perspective at this point. You need to understand how they feel, and not only see it how you feel, but also try to stand up as a judge at some point, or a person who doesn't know anything about both of you. And they are literally looking at this from their own perspective. Like, you have your feelings, your emotions, what you feel, what you think, and so on. And at the same time, try to behave like that person, what they are thinking, doing, why they are doing it, what happened for them, and then see it from literally another perspective. This is usually what is helping you to actually stopping people and rising as your vibration, because once you will understand their energy and the way how they are thinking and feeling, usually it makes you more kind, and then it's also stopping you from blaming them and literally letting go. You're letting go, you're cutting it, and you're finished, and they wouldn't be able to actually rise up or go after you until they deal with their own lessons. So make it a lesson for you. Simply learn, see it from their perspective, and look for whatever it's needed for you. Don't focus on them. And I will just pull one more card for you. This is from the astrology deck. What is going to happen for the duration? And there is reverse. This card was in reverse in general, but this is the card of the partners. So there will be like a breaking of this personal relationship. There will be breaking and letting go of anything not working for both of you, and then everything will be finished. So just try to raise your vibrations in general. So I hope this helped you. And if you have any questions for the reading, just tell me. Okay, I am happy with it. And as I mentioned before, energy calls energy. And if you're focusing on some negative energy, you will be always attracting more and more negative energy. So if you want to actually manifest something, and that is actually a law of attraction, if you don't know that, if you want to manifest something, you should be focusing yourself on feeling like you have this, like you're literally one with this thing you want, and then it will usually appear for you, because it's the easiest way. You're surrounding yourself with the energy, telling the universe that you already have it, and then you will have it, because you're getting so much of energy that is usually helping. And if you want to deal with some negative energy, you need to change your own energy to don't resonate with this. As I said, negative energy calls more negative energy, and more negative energy makes more mess for you. And usually, this is exactly what is happening for us, that we are dealing with so much negativity that we forget that we should be actually dealing with more kindness in general. But okay, if anyone wants a reading yet, please follow us and write your question. I am still here and I am still doing the readings. And right now, I suppose I will be doing some general reading for this week. For this week, for specific zodiacs, I suppose for this week, every single zodiac will go and get their own reading from their own soul truth. What truth you need to face in this week? That is gonna be quite funny. We're gonna start with the first three zodiacs right now. And in a moment. Okay, so we're gonna start. Just let me check the messages. And okay, right now we have Capricorn. So Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces will be the first. Here. So Aquarius, my dear Aquarius, when was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? That is your soul truth for you tonight, or today I should say, this card. So when you were laughing last time, go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to the self, laugh more often. Make somebody laugh today. So my dear Aquarius, no, sorry, Capricorn, when you were laughing last time, why you're not laughing? Why you're afraid of laughing? Because at some point you might be even feeling afraid of that. So please tell us why you are not laughing. The laughter is actually something very positive. It's changing your perception, is changing your vibration even, because when you are actually laughing, you are actually changing your vibration for the higher vibrations, because as I mentioned, you're simply laughing, you're happy, and happiness is actually something very, very positive. So you might be actually laughing more, my dear Capricorn. Hello, Grim Reaper. I didn't saw you for a long while, especially on my soul readings. I am doing now another reading, this time for Aquarius, I believe. Let me see. Yes, Aquarius. So, my dear Aquarius, when was the last time I danced freely? Again, this seems to be very serious signs, honestly. Dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head along with the anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel the change of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness and it is a gateway to a freedom. To become free, dance. Dance for the 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within and the feeling you feel being you. You are the wild, loving force. Express it with the dance today. So I suppose the first sign didn't want to laugh, the other one doesn't want to dance. I don't know, you seem so serious, honestly. And right now, as I said, Aquarius, dance. Try to enjoy yourself, try to be free, try to connect with yourself, try to ground by doing it all within the dancing. So you might be actually dancing, you might be actually dealing with everything, positive or not. Simply do it. Enjoy yourself and simply be free. In this exact moment of dancing, be free. Don't focus on rhythm, don't focus on the way you're looking while dancing, because some people are actually afraid of doing that at some point. I know that for myself, I don't personally like dancing, but you can do that and you can be free. Just feel free. It doesn't matter if you are going to be doing it in your own room and hiding. Just be free. Play the music you want, even if it's some sort of an folk music. Just simply dance like there was no end. So this might be actually quite good. The first sign will be simply laughing during the new year. The other one will be dancing. So it's all pretty. It's just meaning that we're going to having a party, and that's very good. But okay, the second one, the third one, pieces. So my dear pieces, what else could this mean? This is your question, literally. What else could this mean? So you're going to be more serious, and there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at the situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? So, what this could mean, what you are struggling with, and what this could mean. Why you're struggling, why there is something blocking you, why you are not feeling like you are doing it correctly, why there is something to learn for you, what lesson you are avoiding, because usually when you are actually getting into that, you're avoiding some sort of a lesson. So maybe it's time for you to actually enjoy and try again. Try to enjoy, try to feel, and simply try to understand what you're doing and whatever is happening with you. So that will be the best one. And Grim Reaper, tell me your zodiac. I'm just gonna go with another ones for the soul truth, but tell me your zodiac. I am curious. I'm gonna do all of them anyway, but still. Okay, so you might be still on the list, but I didn't make it review yet. Okay, let me look. For the next three sites now. Your soul truth, what you have to do in this week, and what question you should be focusing on this week. Okay, so we have now Aries. Okay, my dear Aries, your question is, where can I create more space? Okay, so you need space. You need to be not social. You need to be filling yourself with a busy work and simply creating some sort of a space for yourself. This is something you need. Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, in your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space. Clarity will come. So, my dear Aries, you need time for yourself. Literally, you need to enjoy yourself and stay with yourself. Try to reconnect yourself. Try to center yourself. Try to ground yourself and simply become one with yourself. It's the best way to actually deal with that, and the best way to also connect with anything positive or negative, your lessons, your path, everything like that. So you might be actually dealing with this. And usually you might tend to ignore that, but you will need that time for yourself. That might be actually bringing for you some sort of a new energy and new focus and understanding. for everything what is happening around you. But okay, we are reaching now Taurus. Taurus. Am I on the right path? So that is your question. What you are doing, what you want to hear, and why this question appears on the first place. So reading you the card. Sometimes we second guess what we are doing, we lose trust in the process, and the question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul purpose. The sign will appear. Let the newfound trust fuel your next steps. So, instead of actually doubting yourself and doubting your abilities, because that might be also about your own abilities, you might be taking your time and trying to actually connect with yourself and trying to see what lessons you are learning and that you are on your right path. But you can still answer your question alone. Do you feel like you are on the right path, or there is something which is stopping you? Maybe there is something which is actually affecting you negatively. Maybe there is something what makes you feel like you are not. Maybe there is something you should be dealing with. So my dear Taurus, answer your question and you will see the rest. And Gemini, actually this is quite funny because Gemini also got what else could this mean? So we're talking about this card before. So my dear Gemini, try to see your situation from every other perspective. Try to see what else this could mean. Try to understand the way you are seeing things. Try to understand how others are also seeing the things. And what you are struggling. If you are struggling with something, maybe it's a good time to actually try to understand that you are not supposed to do that. Maybe that is your sign. Maybe that is something you shouldn't be doing. Maybe you should learn something, see something else, or deal with something else. So, my dear Gemini, you might be actually trying to understand what this could mean. And because of that, usually you will keep ignoring that because many signs actually like that are being ignored. And I know that from my own experience with the Gemini. But you might be taking your time and look at this seriously. So, what signs you're getting and what exactly they mean. Not what you hope they mean, but what they actually mean. And okay, let's get it now. Okay, so we're going with the Cancer now. My dear Cancer, uh, your question is, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? So, it seems that you don't like to be compassionate about yourself, and let's go. If your compassion does not include yourself, it's incomplete. So choose one of the self-care actions to do today. Set a stronger boundaries, meditate and listen to your heart, speak to yourself with compassion, focus on your strengths, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. So if your soul doesn't say yes to something, just simply say no. Say yes to something that you are afraid of. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from the drama and the negativity. Ask for the help and allow it. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for. So these are your soul actions. I suppose the best will be if you will be doing all of them, but I doubt you will be doing that. Well, you can try at least. That will be a fun experience to see how you are going with this. And right now, you simply need some time to actually being with yourself and being compassionate about yourself. So you're trying to look into yourself and bring some more self-love for yourself. That might be actually something powerful for you and bringing the positive change for you. So if you wish, you're simply going to bring this change and also bringing these positive emotions here. So yes, you might be actually getting some sort of positive emotions, if you will be showing for yourself the positive emotions. Okay, so now we have Leo. Okay, so my dear Leo, am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? This is pretty interesting because I am Leo. And I can say that I don't. You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you're getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul's action. Take a bath, put some lavender essential oil, go to the bed rigorously early, or give yourself a time out today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra. The more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. So my dear Leo, that I know for myself totally. Um, no, I didn't make the reading for the Virgo yet. Virgo is next in line. I'm on the Leo right now. From my own experience as a Leo, I can say that I know that we are always doing so many things at once and so many things which are actually um, going on in our life. And usually it's like you don't have time because you want to finish everything, 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 and focusing more and more and more and more. And because of that, yes, we usually don't get enough sleep. And that is true, at least for myself. So yes, even if I go to sleep early, that's still not enough sometimes because my body just can't sleep. But I am gonna try all of that. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. I am gonna try tomorrow to lie in a hot bath with lavender oil and simply enjoying myself in it. That might be actually something very, very interesting. But right now, yes, we need rest and much of rest, especially Carnival is starting, and I am pretty sure that the Leos aren't gonna have that much time for anything because of that. And now, with of that, you can actually get in your Virgo one because we're getting the Virgo right now. So Virgo, your question: am I communicating my needs? So that's your card. Am I communicating my needs? What what you think about your needs? Your needs matters. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? It is possible to what you are fearing is not true. Today saw action. Journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matters and I do share them with the others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? And yes, Viva, you need to actually express yourself more. Express whatever you are feeling, express whatever you need, and express yourself to the world. You seem to be some sort of a locked up in whatever is happening around you, and because of that, you're simply not getting what you want. And you're also blocking yourself and blocking your positive emotions because you don't want to hurt others. You are afraid of that. You want to focus on the others more than on yourself. And right now, this is actually something you shouldn't be doing. There's time, and you can be simply adjusting everything for yourself too. You may be understanding to the others, but on the same time, you are understanding for yourself. So you need time for yourself. And that is something you should be doing pretty well. So let's get into the last three ones for the soul action of this week. Okay, I like the cards. They look pretty cute and they are all in the same tone, honestly. And okay, the next one, Libra. Libra, what can I burn? So my dear Libra, what you need to burn, burn it. Burn it all, the ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the messages that run through your head, the reminders what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like a phoenix rising from the ashes right now, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Just use them. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick your pen. What will your next chapter look like? So, my dear Libra, you seem to have so much of things which are actually affecting you and which you need to let go. So, burn it, let it go, destroy it, and simply try to focus on what will the future bring. Don't live in the past. Just simply let go of things right now. Think about what is affecting you wrong and let it go. Please don't let it go. There is nothing stopping you, no one telling you that you can't do something or you shouldn't be doing something, and so on. Just let go of all the negativity in your life and it's gonna be nice. Just burn it, close it, and make a full right now move. Don't overthink it, just let it go. So that's it. And now we are getting more. What else we have? We have Scorpio. And my dear Scorpio, do I surround myself with the people who lift me up? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine what we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Make a desired list of the type of people with whom you wish to be surrounding yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from the distance? So I suppose, my dear Scorpio, you are having some sort of an issue with the people surrounding you, and right now it might be a good time to actually let go of some people who are not positive for you. So you might be simply letting them go and lose your contact with them. There's not to say that you have to just give up on them in general, but it would be very, very nice if you would be simply letting go of all of them and simply focus on more positive people and the ones which will bring you more positive vibrations in general. So that will be also something good. And the last card for this reading is the Sagittarius. And the Sagittarius is asking, what if this isn't true? So your card, Sagittarius, the thing that you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you wouldn't go there, you are not enough, or that's not for you. What if this wasn't true? It's time for a soul check. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if this isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul truth? So you might be actually, my dear Sagittarius, focusing on positive energy, focusing on what you need to believe in, because it seems that you might be surrounded with some sort of a negative energy, you might be surrounded with some energy which is actually affecting you on not positive way, and you might be also seeing some sort of delusions or believing in some sort of delusions. Maybe there is something you should be actually letting go of and break your way of thinking. Maybe you're too stubborn holding into something what is a lie, or maybe simply you want to believe that this is true, but it isn't. So you need to let go of that in this way. Right now, it will be simple. It's not that harsh. It's not that hard. You simply do that. So I hope my zodiacs were happy with this soul truth for this week. Especially that seems like kind of hard working. And I suppose that might be also some sort of shadow working. for all of you. And the shadow working is something we might be actually needing to do. I'm not sure how many of you actually was doing ever the shadow work, but maybe I will be talking a little more about the shadow working yet. And as my main topic was about spirits in general, so I suppose I might also add some spirits who were helping me with the shadow working. But my first experience in the shadow working were very, very harsh. Somebody suggested to me the shadow working when I was fresh, and yes, a Grim Reaper. It is interesting. It is very, very harsh too at some point, but it's something all of us need, even if we don't believe in that. So, by shadow working, somebody once told me that I should do that, and even they sent me a book which was supposed to be some sort of a diary, like you're asking yourself a question and then writing down the answer and going to the next question and so on and so on. I reached the second question and I started crying. I reached the third question and my guides appeared. On that time, I wasn't really good with hearing spirits or getting what they want, so they appeared to my friend and literally told her to force me to stop because it's not the time yet. So I didn't really did much of my shadow working the first time. It was simply making myself crying for no reason. And with the time, yes, I was reaching back to the shadow working and I was reaching back to do things with it and making it slowly the way my guys actually wants me to do that. And honestly, it was way different than then. It was easier for sure. And with time, I could just go over that diary and simply know what I have to answer for any question. So when I finished with this human life shadow working, because this was mostly about the human life, it was simple. But then they decided that I should start with my spirit working, more like other lifetimes, and the shadow which is following me for many lifetimes. And that is the fun which starts here, because that is something which I am still doing and not even finished in the heart, but it's really, really important, because if you didn't know, your shadow self might actually follow you in other lifetimes, and it will follow you that much long as long you will be rejecting it. So you will reach some lifetime when actually your shadow is gonna be like, okay, I am just gonna take over because you ignore me. And when this starts, that's not something really, really good, because it usually means that you messed up. And if you messed up, then you have way, way long time to actually deal with that. And trust me, that's not easy to bear with, because this actually makes you more like you have to find some sort of an energy. You have to find some guided meditation, deal with this meditation, and then you are going into this life regression and trying to understand what happened back then, because you don't know what happened and you remember, and sometimes it's like not making much of the sense because you don't remember the full context. You're just given a little part of your memory, so you are digging it up more and more and more and more, and then you're trying to understand why this happened on the first time, what I need to learn. And then once you're finished with that, you're getting into another one and another one. And the longer you're ignoring your shadow working in any lifetime, it's like you're simply going to do it again and again and again. So that's not something very, very easy. And trust me, it's not something you want to skip, because when you finally start doing that, it's just gonna take me forever. From my own experience, I know it's gonna take you forever. So you might be actually trying to do that, and the shadow working is like some sort of a never ending. If you start doing your shadow working, it means that you're ready and you never feel ready for that. So as I said, uh, you never will be feeling ready for the shadow working, but the shadow working is important. So you might be actually doing that. And if you don't feel ready, you might be asking spirits for helping you. That's what I actually did. Mm, I had Lilith helping me with my shadow working at some point. I know she was helping also others. And when I was starting the shadow working classes on my server, I was also doing asking some spirits who wants to help with the shadow working, and the Lilith was very, very happy to do that. So yes, she can be very helpful with that. And she can be also very helpful with any kind of emotions in general. So it's easy for spirits to actually understand why you are doing it. And if you let them guide you, they will show you much more things than you are actually realizing. But you need to take your time. It's shadow working is not something that you are going to do in just one day or something. You are simply taking your time, and you are taking much of time for that. That is not something you will be just going in one second or one day. So Grim Reaper, tell me, what was your experience with the shadow working now? Maybe you will share something. Or maybe somebody else want to share. That is not that bad. But as I mentioned, the shadow working is something which is very, very hard. And the term in general comes from Carl Jung, and he decided that our self is like separated into something like positive self and the shadow self, which is simply um, surrounding all of our fears, everything we regret, everything we don't want to do, and things like that. These are things that are appearing in your shadows. So everything you don't want to be, or you will said at some point, especially during your childhood, will be simply affecting your shadow. And because of that, we usually ignore the shadow because, yeah, our shadow is something we shouldn't be, we don't want to face. It will be easier not to face it. And yes, remember, it is. But if you want, you can share a little with your own experience with the shadow working. I will be happy to read it. As I mentioned, it's very hard because you have to face everything negative and you have to face all the mess and these emotions inside and so on. And this is forever taking. And yeah, it's not something very, very easy. So the shadow working is always taking much of the time. And it's not something we do easily. But in general, your shadow is simply what you are regretting, and when you're regretting that, it's like the moment you're actually a child, you're free, you're happy, and you do whatever you want. And then we start being forced into some sort of a social structure. So we are forced by people, we are forced by our parents to behave the way they want us to behave, to become what they want us to become. It's not like we want to become that. We don't, and they are forcing us. And on the same time, we are also trying to actually become ourselves. But if we, let me give you an example to show what exactly the shadow work is about. When you're a child and you are showing, let's take that you are a young boy and you are hurt and you cry. So you have people telling you to stop crying because crying is not for a boys. And this happens pretty often in our society. And then you stop crying, but you still feel hurt. It's not like you are not crying because you don't feel hurt. You are not crying because you are not supposed to be crying, not because you don't feel that way. So you are pushing this energy and these emotions down yourself. At some point you might even feel it. Because I think I felt it at some point. But you can simply be like, okay, I am pushing it down. They don't want me to see crying, I wouldn't be crying, I wouldn't let them see me crying. And that's normal. And then, with time, you are starting to behave more like somebody without feelings, because you're locking that feelings. You're feeling the sensitive side of yourself. The more you're doing that, the more you're locking yourself, and the more negative energy you're actually hiding. And this all what you resent, you're hiding in your shadow. So your shadow is now something which is very powerful, because it has much of empathy, it has much of positive emotions, it has also some pain and holds on that pain. But on the same time, whenever you feel like you are going to be hurt, you're getting your shadow telling you, no, 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 don't do that. It will hurt us and we don't want to be hurt. So you're afraid of doing something just because you think people will resent you because of that, and you are locking yourself from your own possibilities and things which could actually help you, because you're afraid of them. And you're afraid because this is experience you gained before. So if you feel like you're going to share your happiness and cry, you will be not crying, and then people will think, ah, he doesn't have emotions, or he's so egoistic or something like that. This happens. So because of that, we need the shadow working. Your shadow is like a little hidden world with so many treasures inside you are not even aware of. So and yes, I remember to the courage. For me, it's personally related to pain, to facing the pain, because uh, I don't need that much courage, I suppose. But there are things which are stressing me out. Of course, they are. And when I am afraid of doing something, but uh, I do trust my guides to this point where they tell me to do something, I will be just simply doing it and not overthink it. But when it comes to pain, that is something which I need much shadow working, and that shadow working isn't very simple. So that is something actually um, what we need to face. And I suppose everyone have their own shadow and their own courage, their own lessons to face. But your shadow is holding all the energy or abilities you are locking up. And usually humans are looking up much of positive abilities at some point. I don't know why anymore. It's usually because of this negative energy. But our shadow literally is helping us and can be actually helping us with many things. And once you will integrate it, you will understand why things happen and why you behave specific way in specific situations, and because of that, you will be able to let go. So that's something positive. But we were talking about the shadow working, and now I made some reading again for from Whispers of Healing, the oracle cards, these cards, how we can actually heal that shadow and what we need to actually heal, at least for the next some days, few days. So the first card here is transform. So if you want to heal, you will need to transform, you will need to understand, and you will need to actually be aware of something which is needed to be transformed. There's much of emotions in you, there's much of positive things in you, and you might be actually trying to go on with this transformation. There is much of transformation happening, there is much of things happening around, and you might be actually bringing this energy of the transformation of change into yourself. So you need to become the change if you want to bring the change into your life. But on the same time, there is a card of control. So you will need to control your shadow, you will need to control your fears, you will need to control everything what you are afraid of, taking the power back. So this is the main reason. Take your power back, take whatever you are doing, and control yourself. Control this energy to the point when you can transform it. And the last card, what you need is awareness. So you need to be aware that you need the shadow work. You need to be aware that you need to actually deal with this energy, that you need some sort of an energy in general, that you need be aware of, that you need your healing in the first place, because we tend to ignore the fact that we need healing, and because of that, we usually don't get the healing because we don't want to get it. We're afraid of getting it. I will just remake my candle. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna place candle here, so it will bring some more light to the altar in general. There's one over here. You probably don't see it, but this might actually be something purple. And also, I decided to place the candle because I am giving them as an offering to one of my spirits, and they take forever to actually burn. So I am going to use that time during the readings to give him offerings. They are still not finished yet. And this one doesn't want to burn. They're like that already. So not that big, but it's still taking time to do. Okay, and which element you're actually invoking? I mean, from the typical elements of the shadow work. It's like for courage, I suppose I would be going with some sort of unbinding spell, if this would be for the other person. If this would be going to me personally, I will probably just making the module back for that. And that might be something which is actually helpful. Okay, this content doesn't seem to like me. Or my spirit doesn't want more energy, I don't know. I will be probably doing a module back for the shadow working. But shadow working is also connected with some archetypes, and I have the deck which is connected with the archetypes, the wild unknown archetypes. Let's see here. And it has pretty much of the archetypes to work with during your shadow work. This is also something which is very important. So I can show you the cards. It can be archetype of the orphan, which is very important for many people. The temple, they are archetypes of the person, of place, and of a tool. This is how they are named. So the vessel, the wand, the animal, the maiden, the mountain, the mentor. The mentor card is pretty nice. It's pretty. The storm, and that one is also the fountain, the comic. This is comic. This is funny one. That they kind of have the sustainer, the judge, the ring, the healer, the eternal child, the forest, Kairos. I don't know that one yet. Hello, Xia Young. If you wish to getting a reading, please follow us. And once you will be following us, tell me, I will check that, and then I can simply do your reading. I will need your question too. Okay, you followed. Okay, let me look. I don't see you following me yet. On the screen. Okay, but please be sure that you are following us. Okay, well, just give me a second and I will be checking because, as I mentioned, I am checking it on my mobile, but I am also making a stream on my mobile. Okay, well, I don't see you following me yet. And could you please refollow? Maybe this would work then. It will be helping. And okay, you want to ask about January to March. Okay. Okay, thank you. I suppose this should be working. Or this just needs some more time. Okay, so on January to March, I will be back to the archetypes in a moment. Let me Okay, that sounds like quite interesting time for you, honestly. But I'm not finished yet. I'll just pull one more card to see. Okay, so your question I want to ask for about January to March 2022. So from my astrological deck, the first card is Saturn return, and this card is the Age. So it's gonna be some sort of an connection with karma, connection with the older behavior, the way you are actually behaving, and some sort of an evolution for you, but more like being more stable, um, more older behavior in general. That might be something important for you. So this is a more stable, more official way of behaving, and a little less of more thinking, practical working, and this kind of things. The second one is air element, communication. So it will be connected with the others, the way they are actually seeing you at this point, the way you are behaving toward them. So I suppose this is why the Saturn tone is coming here, that you are actually seeing that and seeing these things in general, and the way you are communicating with others, you are communicating your needs, you are communicating with the things and everything like that. You are also communicating with yourself, so that might be also important thing to actually add here. And the third card is the water element, sensing. So you might be actually focusing not only on the way you are communicating, but what you are sensing is correct. You might be working on your senses, you might be working on the positive side of emotions, because water element is also about emotions, the way we are behaving, the way we are expressing them. And with all three cards here, like Saturn and air and water, is like you might be actually be some sort of gaining some new behavior to express yourself, express your emotions here. But we have two more cards here. The one is Uranus, genius, and the other one is fire, the desire. So it seems like some sort of, I will go with both of them because they are highly connected. This feels like some sort of an energy which is actually showing that you will be more open for the others, for understanding them and letting them understand you. And this will give you some more ideas to actually manifest your desires and manifest the energy, what you want to have, what you want to get. So as long as you will be open for others and being friendly with them, being not making secrets, but being open, being transparent, you might be actually getting some sort of an energy to bring these desires into your own manifestation. And as the Uranus is going with the Genius card, it's more like it will be much of mind working here and the way you're actually working with the others, but also the way your mind will be thinking. There's a sort of change in the way you are thinking in the end. And it will be also helping you to express the desires, that what you want. So you might be making manifesting your desires with sensible ways. So you will be open for the others, seeing how they are reacting for what you are saying, and this will helping you to actually manifest what you want. I don't talk here about some sort of an manipulation. I suppose it might be also happening at some point, but it's more like expressing yourself freely and being free to actually manifest whatever you want at that time. Okay, I will look for that in a second because I didn't finish it. This is the general reading for the 2020. But from the Soul Truth card, you are getting, if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desire in life, what would I choose? So, born with desire, there is a power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are soul wings, and it's time to take a flight. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what you want and what makes you happy, and just do that. So, this is your card for this in general. And if you want me to pull one more card for love and career, or I suppose if you're manifesting any desires, that both should be working smoothly, but let me see. So for, yes, this is your reading. I am still not finished. So for your love, you have the Cancer card, I feel. So there might be much of emotions coming here, and there might be much of positive energy, emotional energy, and also loving energy manifesting here. But again, you will need to express that freely and express that in general in your own life and express this to others, because these cards of communication and the cards with water element and the air element are still here, so you might be actually reflecting them in your love life. So you will need to be open for your partner or potential partner. You might be actually trying to focusing on your emotions quite much if you want to actually manifest that. As for your career, there is the creativity card. So that might need some creativity on your side. You might be taking some time, which will be very creative, bringing much of focus and bringing much of attention to you. But also, anything happening around in your career should be worked out in creative way and being positive. I don't see anything negative in this reading, so it should be all going smoothly. But as I mentioned, you need to be creative, open for others, and actually being talking with the others and dealing with the others. The others might actually influence your energy pretty much, and they might be also trying to bring some changes for you if you will just let them do that, and if you will let them actually manifest it. So yes, that was your reading. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, let's see. We were talking about these archetypes. So back to these archetypes for the shadow working. And where we were last. Okay. Let me just grab that. deck and see what is giving us. Yes, we have. Yes, we have all of that, and that is also here. So the next one, the offering, the twist card. These are all the archetypes from the young, and which are helping you with your shadow working. Xiaoying, I literally asked for that in general. You wanted to ask about the January to March, that was your reading. I was pulling another two cards for the love and career too. So your reading was actually already finished because I explained what is going to happen in the way my cards are showing, what might be actually happening, what will open for the others, and what might actually help you with the others and the way you want to manifest your desires, because this is what my cards are showing, that you need some sort of an energy here, specific actions to manifest whatever you want. So if you want something, you might be actually doing it and getting it, but you need to follow that. If you wish to understand it better, you might be where this live will be recorded, so you might be actually looking at this later again and try to get it. And if you still will have questions after that, simply write to us and we'll explain it. But I am back to the young and his archetypes for the shadow working. That is also something which is very important because shadow working is something we need to actually deal with at some point. So we have the creator aspect, we have also the hunter and the lover. These are all aspects of your soul which might be actually used and manifest. And you are welcome for the reading. I'm happy to do that. There you have the mask one. The gem, this is much connected with the shadow working personally because the gems are inside of your shadows. You will need to face your shadow in order to actually go to the gems. The vow, the gnosis, the shadow, this is also the aspect of your soul, and this is also archetype. So archetype of the shadow, that is the most important one here. The kiss, the box, the nectar, the mirror. This is also something important for doing. The key, the seed, thanatos, agate, the river, the father, the pilgrim, the mother, the apocalypse, the sword, the treat, the shaman, the mystic, the desert, the medallion, the crown, the vision, the village, the underworld, the venom. That might be also something important, whatever is actually affecting you negatively and trying to affect you the way you're poisoning yourself. So venom is also pretty important here. The starborn, that is very important for anyone working with spirits and working in general on the spirit side, because shadow working is not only made for people who are working with the spirits, shadow working is also for sometimes some psychological stuff. So the castle, I have again, I have two cards which I have twice. I would one. The heart, Anima Mundi, the queen, the shapeshifter, the bridge, the prayer, the warrior, the dead end, Aletheia, the Bardo. I like the way the Bardo is looking, but the Bardo is stayed in between life and death. If somebody doesn't know that. The Unseen, Eros, the Regal, the One, this is also important one, the Siren, the Tear, the King. We have already the Queen, so we have the King, the Ocean, and the Soul. So these are all the 78 archetypes from Carl Jung, which are helping us with our shadow. And yes, you can be already aware that I didn't show them just for showing, because yes, as we were talking about the shadow working, I'm gonna do some